Welcome back. He is a leading figure in the China outbound travel market, and we know him well from ITIC. Marcus Lee joins us from Shanghai. Now, Marcus is a 20-year veteran of the China outbound travel industry. He's currently CEO of China Travel Online, one of the largest B2B portals that focus on China outbound travel. He's also chairman of the China SME Business Owners Association, who engage in investment and tourism out of China. Now, the group consists of several companies, including Digital China, who look at proprietary technology and virtual exhibitions and e-learning, CEO Asia, a MICE organizer, and CBISN, which is an exhibitions operator with 15 offices across China and 8 countries in Asia. It supports tourism authorities from around the world, both online and offline. Today, Marcus will help to explain China-Middle East tourism partnership opportunities during and post COVID-19. Welcome, Marcus. We are very excited to hear from you.
Thank you, Rajan. It's good to see you again.
Likewise.
Good afternoon, all exhibitors and buyers from around the world, especially from Middle East. My name is Marcus Lee, CEO of China Travel Online and the chair for the SME Business Owners Associations. This is a live presentation from Shanghai. I'd like to share with you China-Middle East tourism partnership opportunities while answering the key question, the most ultimate question: when is Chinese traveling outbound? We're going to cover a few main discussion points. For example, recovery of China points and strategies to attract Chinese tourism. Mainly, we touch a bit about China economy and what are the key factors that affect the China outbound travel. As Moderator mentions, we manage 15 offices in Asia and China. We started as International China Investment Forum, is an outbound focused forum back in 2002, with just a few hundred companies trying to do outbound investment. And 19 years passed, and we grew to become 11,000 corporate members. Chinese Invest Abroad, for those who are interested to check out chinainvest.net. On the left, CEO Asia, we own 2 MICE companies. CBISN Exhibition own and operates 6 large-scale exhibitions that could attract thousands and tens of thousands of visitors to your destination. And on a smaller scale, CEO Asia Business Travel and MICE is a division that organizes seminar, incentive, conferences overseas. CBISN Media Center provides a wide coverage in media in China. The third company at the bottom is called Digital China. We own proprietary technology in virtual exhibition, like the one in ATM. We run online expo and e-learning. Basically, it's a digital marketing agency based in China that helps clients to reach Chinese consumers and corporate online. On the right-hand side, Welcome China is the largest tourism marketing agency in China with 9 offices in China. And China Radio program is recognized by UnionPay, the largest credit card in not just China, in the world. The last company is China Travel Online. It is the only China outbound travel portal that focuses 100% on B2B, 100% on outbound, and 100% digital. Over 100 destinations listed there. The website is choosingyu.org. Literally means outbound travel. It covers about 80% of China outbound tour operators, updated April 2021. Consists of 35,000 corporate organizers, which is MICE, and 74,000 travel professionals. Now, answering some of the key questions. How is the China economy doing? In terms of how about tourism activities? What is China traveling domestically, internationally? What are the numbers? Let's look at the Chinese economy to start with. Chinese economy is back to powering ahead after a brief derailment during COVID-19. According to the China National Bureau of Statistics in 2021, Q1 have a stunning 18% GDP growth with investment growth of 25%, import and export up 29%, services 25%. No doubt, this is a success of recovery and with a faster expansion in 3 decades. And for those who are watching live, I want you to pay attention to the logo on the right, Beijing 2022. That's right. This could be a hint for you on the China reopening. China Beijing going to host the Winter Olympics and Paralympics from February to March. But for the latest and official news, please check with the Chinese government on the reopening. We're going to touch on that later. In terms of, let's look at what happened in 2020 last year. After the Super Golden Week, where you witnessed 600 million Chinese travel and spending a significant of 70 billion, which is back to 80% recover. I would like to point your attention to that is a more focus on younger generation, 60% travel. And in terms of hotel booking, 4 and 5 star, over 50% coverage, and a lot of hot sales strategy. Fast forward, that what's happening to 2021 this year. 3 weeks ago, we have another record breaking in May holiday, where 230 million Chinese travel internally, domestically. But you tell me, hey, Marcus, we don't want to hear about domestic, we want to learn about international travel. That's right, we're going to cover that shortly, but hear me out. The statistic of this 5 days holiday is not only 120% higher than 2020, but it's actually 3.2% higher than 2019. That means it tops the pre-pandemic level. So if you look at the fourth chart below, there are 4 sectors. Flight booking is up 100%, attraction like museum tickets up 100%, FIT private groups up 100%, and hotel booking up 100%. How does it look like in 2020? If those who attend the WTM London, and we talk about this, this is the picture taken in Great Wall back in October 2020. You see a lot of Chinese walking in Great Wall 2020 wearing masks. What happened to this year? You're going to find out in the next picture. This is 2021. Wow. Oh my God, the crowd become more, and there is some changes. If you notice, people start not wearing so much mask anymore. What does it mean? Is China fully recovered? Let's take a look more. For this is very interesting. China is the world's largest source market since 2012, and we recorded 169 million outbound tourists in 2019. This is not just about the number, but also on spending. Chinese top spenders in the world with 277 billion, which is double of American, 3 times of German, 4 times of British, and 6 times of French. We want to talk about the Middle East tourism opportunities. What are the key factors that can attract to destination? For example, just now I heard the last session from Sarja, the chairman talked about, we don't want to repeat the same thing, but what are the key factors you need to do, destination need to do to attract Chinese? What are the number in 2019 to convince you, and what are the projections? Let's look at the overall picture. We expect 2 million Chinese to travel by 2023 to GCC with spending of 3.5 billion. So it is the faster growing source market. According to the Middle East Consumer Travel Report 2020, number of Chinese visit this destination in 2019. Dubai topped the list with 989,000. Egypt recorded 510,000. Turkey more than 400,000. Morocco more than 200,000. So there are a lot of factors that come into this, for example, easing of visa, etc. Let's talk about the key factors to attract Chinese to the Middle East. Number 1, connectivity. Who own the sky, own the market. Number 2, China ready plus safety. What is China ready? China ready is not just training and take a picture and show that, hey, you have done training. No, it's more than that. We're going to cover that soon. And in the third point is promotion. Do not do the same thing, because there are so much changes in China in terms of demographic, social media. Whatever you use in 2019 may not be applying now. Projected number for post-COVID-19. According to China Travel Online, they predict in 2022, UAE will score a 1.5 million Chinese, Saudi 1 million, Oman 120,000, Turkey 600,000. Now we come to a more important point. I want to correct some of the misinformation or misunderstanding of China outbound market in terms of whether it's reopening, whether it's travel is geared up, etc., and the travel intents. China recovery and reopening. China is not opening its border for outbound tourism yet, and international travel is not geared up or resumed yet. However, if you look at the number comparing the cases of COVID, China have recovered since last year in May with 95% recovery. What is very convincing is Chinese have vaccinated 547 million people as of May 26th, yesterday, which is double of United States. Sounds like it's a competition of vaccination, and then it affects the reopening. And we talked about reopening just now about the Olympic. You can check that. You can definitely check that, and then to know with the government what is the opening date. To continue, let's talk about the travel intent. Post-COVID-19, 60% of Chinese intend to travel. But what are the factors deferring the travel intent? Include the health, spread of virus, income, discrimination. Safety is the #1 concern. Another concern we have right now is the long mandatory quarantine after returning to China, 14 to 21 days. So we must wait for the reopening in 2022. In terms of overseas travel preferences, if you look at the chart on the left, FIT is 46%, customized travel 15%, much more than group travel. And in terms of overseas product, aside from islands, will be culture, food, family, outdoor, shopping, tour. How Chinese select destination? Destination promotion did a very important job in this. And Chinese tend to spend higher stay post-COVID. So now the question is, when your destination is open, what are the key questions? Is the timing of marketing. Too early, not good, people forget about you, you waste the money. So watch the timing to do your marketing. Now, I would like to talk to you about the new Chinese Traveler 2021 updates. On the right, look at the emerging vacation ideas. For example, safety first destination. #2, luxury hotel as destination, that's new. Self-driving, drone aerial photography, gourmet private group, outdoor hiking, paragliding, hot air ballooning, sounds like a lot of nut touching. Diving, less crowded like island, desert, health and wellness. We need to have a renewed understanding of the Chinese market. The way we market in before 2020 may not work. Shift from package tour to FIT, which is witnessed in 2020 Golden Week and just a couple of weeks ago, 2021 Labor Day. Younger generation focus of more than 60% post 70s, 80s, 90s, and both born after 2000. FIT and tailor-made will restart first, followed by traditional group. Expect very fierce competition and do not wait when you have the budget. Now is the last window of this couple of months, and expect 100 million of Chinese in the next 2 years. So the question is how to win. We talked about how to reach Chinese market. Previously, where I heard about the last session, talk about digital, innovation, and technology. So they've covered about, let's say, virtual roadshow, digital marketing, attend exhibitions. Before all that, the key question right now, the key factor, #1 factor is your destination China ready? China ready, again, I want to explain, it's just not training, it's more than that, it's the execution. It's just not the picture taking. It's not like partnering with the government to issue, Chinese government to issue this China ready. No, think about it. Is China government job to promote your destination? No, it's more like a private sector. China government is to promote China. So China ready program will have launched in 48 countries. Currently the largest program offer and recognized by UnionPay, which is the largest credit card in China and the world. This is the starting point for any destination to enter China market. China Ready program on the right, one picture tells the story. So this is a program we did for Oman in 2019 with over 100 companies. Let's talk about source of information. According to the Ministry of Tourism, China and UNWTO, how does Chinese get source of information and ideas to travel? Rank #1 is website and an online community. So many of you know that China have a separate web system called China Wide Web, not www. So in China, Google, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube is difficult to use or banned. So according to UNWTO, now the most cost-effective way to reach Chinese outbound is through internet, social media, website. But come to the most basic idea, you must have a minimum, at least have a Chinese website. This is for branding and online, and listed not in Google, but in Baidu, the largest Chinese search engine, which 1 billion daily users. This is minimum and basic. Let's go, if something more convincing is the internet user of China have reached 989 million as of 2021 Q1. So let's talk about social media. Weibo and WeChat is no longer enough. Of course, it's the mainstream in the past, that you still very relevant, that they used to share experience introduction and official account Weibo, WeChat. It's like Facebook and Twitter. But if you want to go further, you can do WeChat mini program, which can allow you to do payment, but much more than that in social media. For example, In video marketing, you must have heard about TikTok. Now have 800 million users and challenging WeChat with users spending 52 minutes per day with 2 billion times download. Basically, TikTok is a short video in case you're not aware. So talk about the next initiative. Since last year, pandemic, since March, a lot of people have been doing a lot of video, webinar. I want to share with you this in this year updates. Webinar on destinations less popular right now and less effective. Many of Chinese are tired of it. Maybe you are tired of it. So this is something to explore other avenue. What works is e-learning, for example. What is e-learning? E-learning is a detailed content certification system with online training platform with interactive tests and certificate. How does it work? Let's say you have a mobile phone. Let's say I'm a Chinese agent. I look at my mobile phone. I look at the content. I read the content. I do the test. After I do the test, I can even refer a friend and then collect 20 points. After I pass, I got a certificate. With this, you have interaction and make them motivated to do. So introducing CTT, which is a global online education platform for travel trip with like 1,500 companies. It's called China Travel Training. Let's say we want to do more visibility. Public relation media will be something good to do. Aside from official account, we mentioned just now, WeChat, Weibo, Baidu. We also talk about video. Then you can explore your reach to the OTA like Ctrip, Alibaba, or pure media and B2B, depend on your target group. I'm coming to my last 3 strategies. Virtual roadshow is now trending. For example, what we see in ATM Dubai or WTM London, those are big exhibitions. On a smaller scale, what you can do is to do virtual roadshow on targeted markets. For example, Europe, one, you can do one for MENA, one for China, one for Oceania. So our company own proprietary technology for virtual exhibition. This is not just basic appointment system and video only, but much more than that. It enables buyers to meet seller B2B. And before opening of the border, it is very good to connect. And it's in Chinese and English, not just for China market. Last 2 points I want to mention is forum, online forum in February 2021. 3 months ago, we launched the China Pacific Tourism Forum for 14 countries, 100 registered participants with over 50% of CEO. This is actually very good connecting and networking. Major tour operators like CITS, CTS, Springs, GCL attended. This is something similar to what ITIC is doing the conference. So it's very good for branding and let people see you. My last 2 points, roadshow. This, if post-COVID, we can do organized roadshow. This is a success story for India tourism with more than 200 Chinese companies attended in 3 cities. My last point is tourism year is no doubt the largest campaign any country can do. And for the Middle East destination who are listening, and this is something that you can have a jump of 200% of tourist attraction. My firm was fortunate to be the only marketing agency so far. They've been awarded to do a tourism year. We've done a tourism year for Pacific countries, for 10 countries in 2019. In summary and recommendation for digital, we can do, in terms of digital, we can do minimum of Chinese official website, explore e-learning, virtual roadshow, social media application, media center. But post-COVID, we can look at the market research, roadshow, sales call, China-ready training, exhibition services. And since 2002, we were the first 3 companies who do China Go Abroad. In 2003, we launched China Ready program, training for the 8 countries. 2006, we launched China Travel Online. 2018, awarded the best China Ready program by Quota. And 2019, we launched the tourism year. So if you have a question, please contact us, Aaron Chang and myself, with the email and the website. This concludes my presentation. And if you have any questions, and please, Rajan, back to you.
Hi, thank you, Marcus. Actually, I had a quick question to ask you, and it interests me. 2 things happened there which were interesting that you mentioned. One, you said the minimum is to have a Chinese website. Now, how many companies don't even think about that? I bet you there's quite a few.
Well, correct. I mean, remember, more than 97% of Chinese don't read English. This is not our first language. Imagine now if we are moving to FIT trend, if you want to book direct and we see English or Spanish or Russian, oh my God, we better book from OTA or something. Then you lose out.
Yeah, so it's amazing how I bet you how many people just assume that English is spoken, as so many people do. The second point I think that's very interesting, and COVID will certainly enhance this, is that shift that was happening anyway from group travel to individual travel, and the fact that younger people are traveling and the kind of things that they want to do. That's quite interesting. A lot of outdoor activities, also wanting space. Now, these are trends that will continue, right?
Well, definitely. It started in end of 2019, and then FIT is projected to it's already overtaken. So if it reopened, I foresee that FIT will be leading and followed by group. And for those companies are not ready for that, they need to have the mind shift as well. That you know what to target, what to do. You still keep your B2B, but you explore more FIT. Yeah.
Marcus, we're short of time, but thank you as ever. Always fascinating to talk to you, and hopefully see you in person next time.
Thank you very much, Rajan.
Thank you, Marcus. Don't go away, because coming up we have, as mentioned by Marcus, Dimitrios Bouhalis talking about digital transformation and the challenges it presents, particularly in a post-COVID world. So here we go. See you soon.